Hello and welcome. I thought I would start here because it is now as it should be. Yeah, I went from the session and I did the Hollis, and I did it different to the other one. Yeah, because it's this is one I really like that's on my weight. So this is should now be permanent. It shouldn't be any wandering around of this kind of thing. So yeah, the silver's still normal metal, so that will get mucky. Now the one bad or good thing is my it will not get mucky because at the minute it's not got a normal, and it's the normal that allows it to have the water. We haven't put one down yet, have we? Yeah, we've not put the Carche down, even though I mentioned it. We haven't done it, or the sign for that matter. So this is where the farm is. So I think. Oh. Yeah, it's not. This should be. Now that. If we were going to do that, we would need to. Yeah, because it's visible both ways. Do we stick it like near the road to tell people this is. Ah, now that is. Yeah, true. Our farm really does start at that point there. Now, it does now, especially. Or really, I suppose that is our main entrance. Sort of just behind the sign. It's on the... yeah, but that's my point. Yeah. Can we... we probably can in the future. Yeah, but we don't own that yet. So, yeah, that's for the future. So now let's just put down what we were originally going to put down, which was the Carche. Don't want to forget it after all that. I don't know why I didn't put it down. I normally do, actually. I'll move it slightly away. Because it seems to... this always seems to take precedence over everything else. Yeah, so the silver at the top, that should clean. But that also does show water. This silver should as well, because it has actually got a normal... apologies for speaking in mod speak, but yeah, it's a... you can't really swap that word for anything else because it is what it is. But yeah, you should see water on that, but I haven't so far put a normal. You should also see it on the original detailing, the original modeling as well. Let's have a look. Can we see? Oh no. Let's have a look. Can you see any water? Now the silver's funny because it's hard to see I don't know, but you'll see on mine there's no water, but if you look closely on the giants, there's water droplets on the black and the red. Yeah, so and you should really see it, and it should have cleaned the top, but it hasn't. No, it was probably missing it. It's slightly damp, but it's not cleaned it. Right, so sorted. Yeah, at least that is now permanently going to have that. I've been waiting to do that for a long time, so now it's been done. Right, so we're going to need these, so there's no point in putting them away. It's a matter of going through without a very poor amount of money. We've got to lose, unfortunately, the... yeah, I'm still reeling a bit about... I don't understand why our harvest was so poor. It does, to me, suggest that some of the parsnips was lost. I'm wondering whether or not to do this all myself. To see, you know, so I've got a good feel. So I reckon I will. Right, so then we're unfortunately going to lose the biggest thing. But there's not really an awful lot else that we can actually buy there. So we're going to have to go through till about 1 o'clock. We've got our animals, so this should assist them to settle down and settle in. Fantastic. And we can see the pallets spawning over there. It's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pallets. It's got quite a long line over there. So that we can do. And that we can just about do as long as there are no options. Ooh, doubles and... Ooh, now Manfred's done the one thing that I've always wanted to see on a lorry to make it into a real tractor. He's got tractor tyres. He's done something that H2 Studios. As far as I'm aware, I've never done either. He may have done. I haven't looked closely, but we're lucky. It's sort of spawned, you know, literally spawned with those options. So as far as I'm concerned, I've not looked close enough. This is something I've always, because obviously you can use these sort of like a tractor, but oh, I love the colours. Oh yeah, that purple is really nice. Wow. I do like it. Is my favourite lorry, that is. But yeah, we have our own lorry. It will have to do. Did I ever come and get the... Yeah, I did. I thought I had. Right, it's a very horrible colour. Oh. Hate that when the hand is quicker than the eye. Right. Okay then. Yeah, apologies. I've not long woken up. Oh, that's a good. No, it's about what it should have been. 289. If we sell all of that lot, do we get anywhere close to that? None of them are that far away. Let's go for it for once, because we don't really muck around here for that much. So let's just like sell everything little for once. Yeah, let's just do it and just see how close do we get, and do we really have anything that we could sacrifice? Is what I'm sort of thinking. We could do that but it's... Now, I have also got those new turntable headers. I quite like those. They look really nice. Right, let's get this lot lugged. I mean, they're all very low, but they'll all bring in a few hundred. I think we're sort of short. I know we're probably going to lose it, but without any kind of fight, I just thought we ought to try and put a bit of a fight up for it. Really, I know I am a bit annoyed because it is sort of, I know that this is the game, and it sort of totally reinforced exactly what I said straight away, which is sort of annoying because it sort of like proves you right, which of course you knew you were right in the first place, but it's sort of like told you so. To myself, of course, but what I mean is it is sort of, yeah, annoying. Right, okay, let's grab everything. We can grab the grapey thing. Yeah, we can do this in equal amounts. I think we're still going to be so far away that it's unbelievable. This is going to, like, at the very most, do a tiny weeny little bit. All of it, that is, you know, like, it's just not... But I know what I mean. At least you can say, well, I didn't just sort of sit by without doing anything. I actually did do what I could. I put up a fight, is what I'm saying, really, like we just said. Now they've got to be careful. I'm going to grab the other header as well. I can't believe how good this is at grabbing things. It is phenomenal. I've never seen anything like this. I just wish you could turn it to be ethereal. I think it's needed. I was having sort of used like Mac Truckers as physical and solid too. I gave up on that exactly the same and went straight back to NAS's. I've used this a lot down at the store, and it's definitely the best for the store because you grab things and it's sort of really solid as a rock, but you don't really need to like grab pallets with this down at the store. 216. So we made a few thousand, but it's a long way off. It is. So let's just go through. We're likely for it to drop off at some point soon. So let's go through till 6. Or 7, maybe. Maybe 7. Now, obviously, these are brilliant. You make 6 grand and you'll make 850 odd, 100, yeah, on this one. So these are ones that you don't stand much chance of like getting anywhere near. It'd have to be a sacrifice of like 60, 70,000. I don't think we've got anything left in that sort of thing that I'm willing to sacrifice. What about one of the vegetable harvesters? Let's just have a look how much one is. And the only reason I'm saying this is we could manage if I'm going to do the potatoes. Aren't we? No, September. Yeah, no. We've not forgotten ourselves. No, it's September we want for the potatoes. Yeah, we're only going through till the morning. I haven't gone mad. At least I need to check now. I'll like, throw myself a curveball. It's like going, did you miss the... No, we didn't. I didn't think I had, but you know, you've got to look when you give yourself a scare like that, just to prove to yourself that actually you've done it right. Right, fantastic. It is true, actually. No, I am right. Well, it's, yeah, being as it is there, how much is the... We have got one. I can still do that myself. So it is... Should have 2 of them. 2... Which one? So you... The one behind you. The one on you. Right, okay. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. And we'll order another one, but I'd probably like to go Sublevamos. We could also be setting the... Yeah, because it's all root crops. All. So we need to be setting the... Have I got my light? Yeah, I have got my lights on. Just like I've not got my work lights on. So we must have a good look at this over winter to see it getting frozen. Ooh. Oh, okay. It is big. That is a bit tight, actually, coming out between the sign and the... and it does sort of struggle to go straight with it, because it is so large. Alright, we're going to try and... We can do it. I know we can. That's why I wanted to leave the traffic on for once. It's just getting past the... Yeah, the only bad thing is if we meet someone opposite the sign for turning into the store, because they're just going to, like, freeze every time you pass and... Oh, he didn't. There you go. I just wanted to prove to myself whether it was or was not... was not a thing. I would have liked it to join, but I sort of did join it. It gets classed as one object in Blender, but I couldn't make the thickness, and it was too tricky to do. And I thought, oh, I've not got long to do this, so I had to yield It is a single unit, but you can see it's a different... Oh, now this is what I was talking about. Yeah, this is the bit where I'm going to have to switch traffic off because I'm scuppered. Yeah, and then he's just coming on as if like, oh, you know, you've got to shift out of my way. Well, you know, something... We can't. No, we can't do it. Sorry, mate, but we're just going to whiz you off to an alternative dimension. The traffic plane. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, that light's real. Or is it a sun? It is a light. It is a light. Yeah, luckily for us, that sign is... If we pull a bit tighter, we might just do it. And then let's switch the traffic straight on. Yeah, so I think we will order a Sublevimus, and if we get another one over the winter of these as well, all good and proper. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. What about the header that we've got right behind us? We could have done that. Yes, brilliant. Oh, might have to. We might have to. That's annoying. We were a little unsure of this one, if I'm honest, so I think I'd probably want to order like a 15, 16, but I'm not sure if this has now gone beyond, like, it's where it's going to lose a bit of value or be only worth what you originally paid for it, because it has been here a while. So be on the edges of... yeah, no, that's good enough. Yeah, fantastic. Because that's nearly 30,000 profit for the selling of that, and that's the sort of deal I was sort of saying that we really can't afford to miss out on. Now we've still got a few tractors coming, so we're just going to still be a little bit careful about what we buy and sell, because we've got quite a few bits of cash tied up in the objects that we've already asked to come. Trying to think. Or have we? I think we've only got Caesarius. Oh no, no, we haven't. We also asked for the 200 grand as well, so that could be like quite expensive. Yeah, now that's more like it. So back up to 400 grand, but we did sacrifice that 2 things for that. Yeah, so then let's let's try and order a Sublevimus. Yeah, I'd like to test this. Yeah, because really it was this design that Mark Thor did that actually was caused damage. So it does make me wonder if you've got to be like careful again on. So find used. If push comes to shove and we can't afford it, we can always sell it and make a bit of profit. So we're not doing it for that reason, but it is a possibility that we can do that. So right, let's go through till... Oh, wow. The very one that we were talking... And see, that's another one we would not have got had we not got the other one. And this is what I'm saying. These are the real bread and butter. We can even afford that one as well. Let's wait though, because we might need to stick... Yeah, options. Now, obviously, our carrot field is... for our animals, our milking goats, so... Right. Yeah, I mean, those type of sort of ones are like the real, so this is going to knock us straight down to 350 grand. It's a 700 for free. I mean, what I mean is we got it with that option. Right, so we're going to buy it as is and switch the things on we need. Because that is quite a blow for us. It really is. Right, so then let's go through till the morning. No, we did sell. 12 o'clock. It's what we were heading for anyway, really. Now this, not that. That's an. There wasn't the other one an 18 meter. We ought to try to. Do we need one though? It's just my trouble. No, I like this one. This can be made into a proper tractor, but we can't afford it now. So it's unfortunate that, yeah, this is going to have to be. Had I realised this was coming, we might have actually. Oh, it's annoying. This. I actually really do like this. Options 2000. Which other option? Room colour. Anything, I think, for 0. Yep. Right, okay. So let's, that's true, no, I am right. Do we need a corn header on this? Not really. No, it's true. It's one of those things that we do need the grain header, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. It is one of those mistakes I've frequently fallen to, is like, oh, I need this, oh, and I need that header as well. Well, yeah, if you're doing like things like corn or sunflowers, yeah, of course you'd need one, definitely, but we're not, so as far as I'm aware, we don't really need it. So we've got our biggest tractor now. The print-off is brilliant, but it is limited on what it can do. That just shows to show, like, yeah, there's not quite enough room at the inn for things at the shop, which is probably how JMGaming squoze things in so tightly. There's a little tiny bit of overlap where they're not quite working themselves out. And now I'm not sure that's JMGaming's fault, because I'm sure that's a game thing that you would do the shop and it would work that all out as part of the programming of the game. Is what I'm imagining to be true. So right, 380,000 again. Amazing. Right, let's go through till the morning proper, and then we should get on with our harvest, and I'm going to do it myself. Oh, okay. That's intrigued me. Caesarius? Oh, no. Wow. I mean, it sounds terrible, doesn't it? Yeah. You're moaning about having the sublevibus. And but it is like worst case scenario, isn't it, really? Oh, my life. This is, yeah. It does sound really, oh, wow, I don't know how I actually stopped that in time. 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, this is going to be close. Well, we might stand a chance. I like the silver. I'd like that. It's beautiful. I mean, I suppose we've got the... No, I would like it. It's... Sometimes, yeah, it doesn't always appear. It's one of those things, isn't it, really, that you've sometimes just got to go and grab. We can sort of pretty much grab everything now at 176,000. It's quite fluid, this, if you do it this way. Like where you... So, you know, something we will. I think we could probably lift that. That with the let's do the one thing we could sort of be clever. We could grab it with the print off, but right, let's just try. Can we pick this up? And is it looks quite heavy, actually. I don't think... No, it doesn't look that heavy. I can't ever imagine a Let's Play where I would like to do, like, hand mowing like that, but I suppose... I know I've seen... Daggerwin do some old farm things, really sort of quite intriguing. So maybe, yeah. Brielmeyer. Did I repair you? Yeah, I did. You've a minimal amount. Right, so then, let's grab the print off. Well, no, because you're... Yeah, we need to sell this. Yeah, the Sublevum sort of came at the worst possible time, but you know, sometimes just got real with the blows a little. So then, what are we going to get after we sell this? 234, and we need 255. Oh, definitely not doing the big tractor, even though it's a little tractor. We could always, because oh yeah, but it was a really good price, wasn't it? Oh, you could get it for really expensive next time. It's just such a good price. Of the two, that was like obviously worth more, so we will grab it again, and hopefully it will come in time. That way we should be able to like do that. And then we'll order one straight away. Because it does, I would really like to have the silver. It is, it's true, it's a really nice... It could be instead of a lorry, but we've already got a lorry. But it sort of then does open up the opportunity that you could have a second lorry, sort of. I mean, it's not a lorry, but what I mean is it can do that kind of task, so... Right, smashing. So we'll order the... I can't remember what... the Fortis, that's it. I've got to start remembering its proper name. So yeah, we want that before we like, after all that, like, don't. We'll buy it as is, just basic. But we do need to order a back for it. Which I think it's in miscellaneous. Not in, I don't think it's in that miscellaneous. No, there's too many miscellaneouses. And I know why Giants have done it. I do remember it myself thinking, oh, you know, the miscellaneous was so big, whereas miscellaneous in each section, now that's a different matter. See, it could be classed as a changing system. Yay, the lizard silver. Yeah, so we want... Oh, now this is the one that always annoys me, because I don't know which thing it is. Yeah, I always like but I always get the normal. It's this one really, the flatbed, that I always like, but I always go short and it's normal, or it's long. We're actually normal now. Yeah, so Agrotono. If it's the wrong one, we will let ourselves have the full amount. I'm going to say that. And we will add extra. Oh, no. Oh, no, it was actually below the limit that we said. Yeah, so 3,200. Let's just see if that's the... Oh, we've got that header trailer as well. I think this is the short by the look of that. But I always say that, and then it's actually the wrong or the right one. You know, as in, like, you know, you think it's the other one, and it's actually... So I think this was normal. Make sure that we're square, though. Right, okay, so let's sell that, because it's not right. So it is a... What is it called? Lizard 7810 Turbo. Demco. Albert. silver. So it is a lizard. So it's going to be a lizard something. Manitou Prinoth. Right, we could do this the other way, and then it'll tell us. Sort of cheat a little. Normal flatbed. Right, okay. We could sell it from there. If we're going to allow ourselves a thing, let's just... Yeah. Sell. And then we'll give ourselves the... 27. It's 32, so 500. So let's grab the other one, which would be the short flatbed. Attaches. Yeah, adjustable hitch. And we will get so... Oh, so did we get... What's the other one? I think the other one was less. But it's got to be this, because like the other one was definitely the normal and this didn't like it. And this is this is the annoying thing. It's got to be one or the other. We like not dead center though, so let's like give it every opportunity. Yeah, well that's every opportunity. Right, okay. Let's just check this. Because this has happened to me 2 or 3 times where I've like gone for one, it doesn't work, gone for the other, it doesn't work. And like I'm thinking, well, it's definitely got a bed. It's either got to be the short or the normal, surely. And if it isn't, really, that's not a terribly intuitive thing for, you know, itself, really. It's not. So, silver 8-speed manual. It's 401 horsepower. Wheel front. No, we don't any bumper. No, that's not doing anything yet. Suspension. No, I'm not really trying to. Yeah, I like the step. Right, okay, so if we go long chassis, do we then get the standard back? Because to me it was too short no matter what I'd gone for, so we're now longer, so you'd think that would mean that this would work, because there isn't any other options, so this really has got to work for both, you'd have thought. Yeah. If anything, it's too short now. So it looks like you've got to have that option. I'm not faffing around anymore, though. It will just repair it. No, we did. We already repaired it. This is the closest thing to the MX by... oh, his name escapes me at this precise moment in time. Of course it does, right? So we could actually, being as it came, lease a sub-leather Mercedes, but I think we'll ask the store to deliver that. We will be a little bit canny. So we need to repair this, and that's no doubt going to cost us a bit. But if I'm going to do this, which I am, it would be nice to do it in style. If it's just little old me, because the sub-leather Mercedes is a little bit special. It is. Still, it's not quite right. And it's, again, this is This sort of emphasises, like, although I do live modding, I sort of cut corners that other modders wouldn't. You know, like if they were going to do a vehicle like this or a header, they would spend the week to do that. But you see, I'm creating content in that week. I've not got time, so I sort of had to... Oh, no, yeah, it's true. We could also... Did we repair that? No, we didn't. We'll leave it as is, though. We'll gradually add bits to that. So let's go down, and I'm sure we are going to see that our field is now red. As is, yeah, the potatoes want when it is ready to rock and roll. Indeed it is. Fantastic. So, let's get cracking. Let's take this across. Oh, we've still not done that, have we? No, we haven't. Let's grab that as well. Oh, they should be able to do this because it's the adjustable hitch. Which is a clever way of saying they've done the same as I always do, which is it's got all of the hitches. Well, at least 2 of them. I'm not sure if it's got all 3, but I'd imagine so. Yeah. Well, at least we can see what our finished amount is after buying the silver. Yeah, this is the closest thing to the MX I've seen. This is sort of quite good on its ability to pull and everything. Right. So 330. Fantastic. It wasn't even expensive to repair this beautiful thing. Right, then we need to change the to turn steering. It's sort of a bit special. You've got to be careful about overturning though, oversteering with this, with the turn steering. It's sort of got the ability to turn so severely that it almost hurts the harvester. It really does. Now then, I believe we did switch traffic off, which means we now need to switch traffic on. Yeah. We're still going to be good, and we're going to stop. I'd say that was a stop. Yeah, it's sort of so good at steering. All of this Type R, but it really is something else. So we shall lease a header for this, and I'm going to have a bit of fun. So I'm going to go into a time lapse. We have got to feed our animals, but I'm sure we're going to be alright to grab this field before we do that. Yeah, we've got our little... No, I'd like to... The only reason I want to do this myself is I want to sort of see that there's no shenanigans going on, you know, where anything's going wrong. I'm also... I mean, I'm going to do different... I like my idea of like this, of the... But if we were like making our own metal sheeting, it'd still look new. It's sometimes only when you do have an idea, you think, yeah, well, we used... Yeah, but you'd be colouring it red and black, so it would still look new. So I thought, really, although I am sort of being realistic in a way. Now that we need to be, it's with that one there, straight ahead, just over there. So let's just stick the ask the store to deliver. And we want the header for this beautiful bit of kit, which is in special headers for the beat, yeah, this one here. It has got lights on it. Yeah, it's the one without the picture. This is the one that doesn't work yet, but it does at least appear. It never used to. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. This is the one that I'm working on, actually. That's the one that is right, but is wrong, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is a... Yeah, no, that is right. And then we immediately cancel it. Oh, it's gone the wrong way. And I know this. I know that how to do that, so I shouldn't have done it like that. My bad. Right, I'm going to go into a time lapse. We are going to do this field, just little old me. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. looking at our yield, I'm thinking that it looks to me like parsnips and beetroots have been like nerfed and put on the same level as potatoes, which is obviously something quite new. Well, since the last time I did vegetables, which is not that long ago. So yeah, definite changes. I'm going to have to, in my head, change the amount of yield I'm expecting from a yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, the other thing is, if giants, I'm trying to talk like devil's advocate here, if like giants have done such a change, you would expect your recipes to get better with the vegetables because you're already getting less now than you used to get. So what I mean is things like the cannery, the giant's cannery, as expensive as they are, now suddenly become even worse because the recipe is that bad, and it was relying on the fact that you did have a lot. So if that's now like changed, we'll drop this off, but we will order our own header. That was brilliant. Yeah, I'm gonna take that to Blender. Because what I'm trying to do is, so yeah, almost 41.5 tons, not bad. Stick this straight in, oh yeah, the multifabrica. Yeah, absolutely. So we need to be switching this little lot on to make the soup. There's no point in having all of these, well, I say all of these vegetables, but let's be honest, there's not a lot to be had, and that's what I'm saying. My recipe's very lossless, like it really is in real life. It's sort of, in fact, in some ways, you could think that if you're watering soup down, as in like soup, you probably would gain, and I've not done that. I've done it where it is lossy, but not giant lossy, where you're losing 3/4 of your crop. And you should, if logic was followed now, you should see giants change their production recipes. But I'm laying a pound to a penny that they don't, because that would be like going. I hope they do. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope that they become reasonable, because seriously, it should be. But yeah, if you look at my recipes, a giant's a loss of 3/4. So we first of all need to send our beetroot, switch that on, and we may as well do all of them while we're here. It's the only bad thing about production silo I've always thought is it's a right pain, because so we want those who to distribute to, although we've not got them on, but just in case. Distribute, and at least they're all together. Yeah, they are. So that's on, not that it cares. It doesn't particularly care about being on. It does its thing. If something's calling for it, it'll just do it anyway. It's sort of a waste of time switching things on, but then sometimes it proves you wrong, and actually, like it just proves you wrong, and you have to switch it on. So I just like switch it on anyway. I think that's everything. I think we did them all. Yeah, we did. Fantastic. So that should, on the hour at 9 o'clock, actually do that. So in total, we now need to switch in our soups. Yeah, so we've got carrot soup, which we've got the most of. We're going to spawn that. Yeah, I would like to feature. I think it's loaded this time. It hadn't loaded before. So we want. Oh, okay. Soups. Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, noodle soup. Yeah, no, we could do that. I don't think I've ever done it. Not in this. I did it on the original one, but parsnip soup, potato soup, and red beet soup. Of course, obviously, we've not got that many. And then there is the triple soup, as giants call it, which I call triple soup. Strangely enough, I call it the same thing. Which is slightly worth slightly more than. Oh, that's a bit of a nasty bang just there, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna need to like level it. There's quite a lot of leveling needed, but again, money. So, yeah. Oh, the engine stopped. I must... No, I did. I stopped it. Why did I stop the engine? I have no idea why I did that. Right, so then. We need our animals to do... We have looked at... Yeah, we literally stripped the shop. So let's go down to, I say, our animals. Buffalo... Oh, and the milk. How are we going to, like, ship that? We're going to stick a little silo in. Down there so that our little tractor can... Let's run down the tanker. Somewhere around... Up here, actually. I do wish it would like let you enter. By pressing enter, we also need to send the header back. So let's let's not. Oh, we also need to set the very item that is right. We're going next to the plough. Yeah, we do. It's true. Let's grab that. Yeah, so I'm still, although I'm happy with, I wasn't, I did honestly press release, but unfortunately I hadn't got it connected, you know, as selected, not connected. Yeah. Right, let's grab you and let's set this going. And do we need to order the Orion again at the minute? Yeah, so the model, as much as I like what I've done with the sheds, the muted red and all the rest of it, I'm like still thinking, yeah, but if you were doing this yourself, you wouldn't have it like that. I have done I've shrunk how thin they are. As you can see, they really are about that. I'm just checking that I haven't got any. It's hard not. I think there's a little tiny bit of the. Yeah, there is. You can see just that one comes through slightly. It's very difficult. Yeah, it does. Just what? Oh no, two. I can see all of them. Just. That's the only bad thing about it being this thin. It's obviously these have got to be like poked through a little. So yeah, it's a bit. There's always a trade-off somewhere, but it's not. Where is it? No, it's like, yeah, he's just over the brow of the hill. You can't see because it's such a hill. Yeah. Let's leave it to it. Now, ploughing, now that is good with the worker. It is. Right, so it's 9 o'clock. Let's, oh no, we were down here for a reason. We were going to grab this very thing. Let's grab you. And grab the tanker. Yes, you may see a bit of a theme going on with the colours. That's right. That is BI. Yes, well, it's actually Mr. Smith's favourite two colours together. With lots of different patterns selected. So, right, this is our field. So, over the winter, we will be taking a few. We'll be thinning a few trees, and we'll be using hand plant saplings. Look at you know how this is, though. Gordon Bennett. Right, it is a bit of a beastly field, isn't it? It not really is. That's JMGaming. He loves his realism, as in for that, you know, like. Now this is a little bit fally away, like I originally sort of thought. It is a bit bad. Yeah, so we really probably wouldn't be a bad idea to stick one of my little tiny animal silos down. To whiz the milk up to the multifabricae. That is its purpose. Yeah, I was unsure. I was trying all the different textures, but I wasn't. I was like, I don't really know that I like any of what you've done. So, just really, if we're clever, which I'm hoping we become clever, we should be able to grab the milk and stick a little silo in that area. We need to level it a little. If we're sort of clever, we should. Why are we not getting it pop? Because you've got 27,000 litres of water in it, Mr. Smith. It's actually being quite truthful. Yeah, so we need to like level a little bit of an area here, I think. And then we're gonna, I do like the wood chippy sort of like thing. That's quite nice actually. So we want to level from this point down here. And then we're going to stick one of the little animal silos, which I think also does handle water too. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, you're right. I think that should be alright. Let's have a look. Have I got my tiny animal silo in? And it's still a silo, so it's a factory. No, that's extreme. Yeah, I'm moving those so that they're up high now. Tiny animal silo. Water. Should have milk. Oh, now then, this has not got my milk, has it? No, it hasn't. Yeah, I've not thought about... Oh, no, it's just milk. Yeah. So really, we should be able to, with B mode, put that right so it dumps literally in the same place. You know, like being a little bit clever. Yeah, you should be able to dump the water in there. Then also fill with the milk straight away. And I mean, such a thing is possible. We're just being clever about what we use. Oh, okay. Only we might find that we get into trouble because we're on the same trigger. Yeah, I never thought of that, did I? Oh, I'm being really clever. Not so much. Not really. Now, let's see if we're in the right spot. Naturally, we are. So we are in the right spot. We just need to move so that we've got to move a little. Oh, and it has been kind to us, so we stick that. I should say that should be, you know, just a little bit far enough away. And if not, I can adjust it so it's a bit more less sensitive, doesn't go out quite so far. Alright, fantastic. So we are going to need to move a little, which, you know, like that's not the end of the world. Oh, no, that is right. Yeah, no, you was on the right one. I think the little one will be able to manage this. I do. Fantastic. Excellent. Let's go and see. Right, I need to a little bit more there, but it's not too far off. Can we get to it from this? Yeah, we can. We're sort of... This was deliberately made with the same grungy concrete, but its normals are a bit weird. Yeah, it sort of ruins it a little bit. I also need to thin it a little. So you may find that we do get a bit of adjustment with this because it is a little too big, but it is deliberately made so that it sort of fits within the confines of the barn almost. Yeah, again, it's... I might take its hat off or make it just so it caps it literally and it's almost right. When I say live modding, what I do mean is like that. It's not quite right, so I tweak it bit by bit until it's right, and then it's right, you know, and it's made to go in this cow barn silo. Again, some of these, well, I'd like to do a lot of them really for, you know, for giants, but last time I tried to do this, it really was quite horrible, and they were quite nasty. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to like putting a gun to my head and getting shot by the mod police, and they've got more stringent, not less. So manure, we want, yeah, TMR. That's right, apparently, but I do want to make it a little slimmer because it really, I'd like to put it in with the cow barn, but I don't know how to do that. If you can, the only thing I know so far that can would be the The feeding robot, that's a mod that has another mod support. So, yeah, now that can. But that's special and Giants made it so. I might have a go. I would like to do it. But it's so far I've not actually ever managed to do that where I've combined two. Yeah, another one. I think straw, we're alright. So we've done the milk. One more. Let's just see, because I think we can do another one after that. I'd like to keep it topped up. Yeah, I just had a thought. I suppose that would be true. It would. Why not buy another tractor? You know, because their job is literally to feed. We could grab one or just look out for a little tractor that is for the milk and just keep it like connected to the milk. So I think we will. Or would any little tractor, yeah, that's not too expensive, is what we're gonna like go for. I think. Let's just grab you. It looks like my daughter Dawn's pretty much finished. Obviously, the other thing I'd like to do is if we do well enough from our cannery, we also want to be switching the milk on, telling that to go from the little tiny animal silo. We need to tell the milk to distribute, and that to distribute. And that to distribute, even though we've not got it just yet. We will have. That is my next port of call, is that. Yeah, and that's the next, which is going to be quite a big. So milk, goat milk, and buffalo milk. Fantastic. That is a look at this. No wonder it did cost us a lot to make that field level. Though, look at that. It's a big enclosure to do 200 animals. It is, and I think it's not too far off. I didn't want ever to go silly with it. I have got a massive enclosure, but it is expensive, as you'd expect for a massive enclosure. So let's set a worker going on that. We could stone pick, but it's not that important at this precise moment. So let's grab. What I would like to do though is join these two fields and make them into one. So that sort of does mean ripping the road off and taking that tree in the middle down and this tree here at the end. I think I might oh no, you can't. You do need to. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but right. So we could do with another plough really to make things a little bit quicker. We will switch the milk on, it is true. Right, so then let's do that now. Milk, we have told to distribute. We haven't switched on the multifabricae that actually says let's make that milk into something. So bottled milk, buffalo milk and bottled milk, and buffalo mozzarella, and at least two of the butters, which we want to be like checking which one is which. This is the goat milk, so not that one. Yes, and yes. Chocolate. We haven't got any sugar or even any honey. We could do some honey. Chocolate. Yeah, I've got honey chocolate, literally, but we would need some bees. Yeah, but I'm sure I did. Yeah, I did honey chocolate. Yeah. Obviously, this is a unique one, but it is not. It is actually a possible thing to do. So olive oil. Yeah, they're all done. The soup. So I think we've finished. Yeah, no, that is everything. Yep, no, we're good. Fantastic. That's brilliant. So then I'm trying to think about how long session has been. I would say that we're about there, even with the time lapse and what we've done. Now I'm quite pleased. So we've literally done all of our harvest now. We've just got to turn our fields, and obviously we're down to 285, but we've bought most of our businesses now. We just need to buy. Oh, that's true. We're going to do the animals there, weren't we? Yeah, I think we'll leave that as we do. I love the trees. They are beautiful. I think that'd be perfect. I do. We could see... now, this is going to be expensive when we put it down because it's like... Oh, I don't know, because it's actually quite level at the bottom section. Yeah, this bit here is fairly... Because it goes sort of with the road, so, you know... I'm trying to think how much this is. I think, yeah, we need to get some money behind us again. How are we doing with our stone business? We are doing... Super cement. How much have we got on hand? 18, 17, 18. Not bad at all. We'll wait till another day and it should be up to about 30 odd again. And that is quite a considerable amount of cash being... and this is hard economy and the prices are legit. It's just that we're selling them and gaining a third extra due to selling them ourselves at our own sell points. And it is legit. So, yeah, so these will pop across... Or should pop, yeah, they are. Carrots, potatoes, red beet, a little. It is true, really, though. We ought to add water to this recipe and make it proper, because it really is. I mean, it like it's 100 carrots and you lost straight away. And I've tried to sort of incorporate the sort of loss you would, but in real life, you would add water, which would actually make it grow, not lose. So because I have tried to observe that in my other things, but this was one of my first things, and I was trying to be, you know, like, I would say realistic, but I was trying to sort of observe Giant's thing, but now the more I think about it, obviously when I started to research real recipes of like the loss rates on recipes, I tried to stick to those. Where possible. I've never done that with the soup, where really it should be a gain, not a loss, because you'd be adding water. So yeah, I think we might incorporate that. They still have a bit of loss because the loss is correct. You would lose some when you chopping and skinning, but apart from that, there'd only be a little bit of reduction due to heat, you know, the way that things mulch down, but that's not a massive terrible loss. Right, so I'm gonna, yeah, do we go for it? No, we're gonna leave in September. Yeah, because, I mean, next we're just gonna be, yeah, we will set the stone picker as well, which I believe is over there. Let's grab one of the tractors, one of the big ones. Of course, we've got rid of one, so we're now a tractor short. The John Deere, yeah, let's give the John Deere a job. We are, it is true, I mean, we've got the print off as well, though, when I say that we're a tractor down. The Agrostar on the border, I would say. Of course, yeah, we've got you still, haven't we? And you're actually hooked up to it. So let's set this going on the first field that we did. And we'll de-stone that. I think we might do this. Yeah, I think we might have a bit of a sesh where I rip over the fields. Or, no, we'll courseplay it. Yeah, courseplay's fairly well behaved. And because this has not got collisions on its arms, let's try a normal worker. Yeah, let's try a standard worker. We have rounded the corners. I'd just like to see how friendly these are. So let's set you going. And we should see... Mike is doing a cracking job on that. So this we're not bothering with because we're going to make it into the animal place that matches that. I was going to do them both down there, but I thought, no, go massive with the enclosure so you can get a maximum amount of animals. So that's what we've done. Right. Let's shift out the road. Let's shift you out the road. And let's put the other Pilatus away a little, because it's like stuck in the middle of the yard like nobody loves it. We don't want that. Which way? I think that's the other end, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we ought to... I'm a terror for... I am a terror for just dropping things down. Of course, the other thing is we're going to have slurry and manure from the cows. What are we going to do with it? We could sell it at the Missy B's slurry yard. Or we could get a mini biogas plant. Yeah, I've got to start featuring that. It is true that, like in FS22, I frequently did feature the mini biogas plant almost on every Let's Play. Well, to be honest, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just part of the furniture. If you've got cows, it just sort of should be, I think, that, well, you get a mini biogas plant because it'll deal with the manure and the slurry. We could actually do that. It's not a bad idea, is it? Yeah, I don't know why we've got the big bags. This was one of my choice of mods in FS22, but it stopped working. It's another mod that I had it in my mods for ages, and I thought, oh, just like get rid, because it's not working right. But and for some reason I haven't got that mod chosen, but we are now getting big bags, which I actually quite prefer over little pallets. No, I mean, I think the size are the same, but what I mean is, yeah. Right, so I'm going to leave it. We're down to, or up to, 285,715. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to afford... No, I think we will. Yeah, what's the... it's a super suit factory. So it really should do really well with what it's got. Obviously, we know that the loss is going to be quite bad. It's going to produce a bit of pig food. Yeah, and we will buy more fields, hopefully, from the profits. We're going to, like, go all the way around here like that. So, yeah, that will be amazing. So, yeah, let's... all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And, yeah, a bit of a mishap. I hope I'm going to be able to fix it. I accidentally caught one of the buttons on my mixing desk, which has got the ability to change your voice. So it gave me a really deep voice like that and switch one of those voices on. I'm hoping I can like change it because it sounds ridiculous. I didn't talk that much during that session, but it was like, oh my life. So I'm going to have to try and see. I actually did buy a piece of voice changing software for a couple of storylines I did. So I can reinstall that and see if I can convert it to something like my normal voice. But I am going to sound different on the episode before this, so really I should have warned you in the, yeah, maybe put a news article out, maybe. Right, so I'm going to say my goodbyes. Yes, hopefully you'll join me next session. I'm liking what we are, and I'm liking what we're doing. I think it's flowing nicely, personally, and it's action-packed in so much as we're not like leaving. It's dynamic, as I like to call it, and I think it's flowing well, so I'm quite pleased. Yeah, so, yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.